Sorry for that inconvenience. Yeah. As I was talking, this is a general formula for carbohydrate. Yeah, the formula built. Then I talked about the cetone or the ketone and the aldehyde. I talked about one, and the general formula for it is this one. The general formula for aldose and ketone is this one. At the moment, don't be worried that I don't know anything. I'm going to explain in deep. This is just a brief introduction of it. Then carbohydrates are categorized in three. They're categorized in 2-3, which are the monosaccharides, oligosaccharides, and polysaccharides. Just wait. Open up. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now it's fine. Yeah, carbohydrates are classified into three major categories based on the number of monomer units and the degree of their polymerization. And that is, I've said that is monosaccharide, oligosaccharide, and polysaccharides. I'm going to talk a little bit about the monosaccharides. Monosaccharides, they're also called as simple sugar, and they are the base unit of carbohydrates. They are the fundamental units of carbohydrates, and they cannot be further hydrolyzed to create another smaller carbohydrate unit. I'll talk about this in the prochaine séance. I'll give an example of monosaccharides, which we're supposed to know by heart. That's glucose and fructose. These things, you need to know them by heart. Out to oligosaccharides. Sorry. I'll go to oligosaccharides. Oligosaccharides, these are sugar polymers, consist of short chains of monosaccharide units, or in short, residue. The monosaccharides unit in the polysaccharide chain are linked through a characteristic bond called glucosidic linkage. For you to form a oligosaccharides, we need to link polymers or monomers of monosaccharides. Yeah. I also give an example of oligosaccharides. When you talk about oligosaccharides, we talk about sucrose, lactose, maltose, etc. We're also going to look at polysaccharides. Polysaccharide now, these are complex sugars, polymer with more than 20 monosaccharide units. On this one, we're going to look at two types, which are homopolysaccharides and heteropolysaccharides. Homopolysaccharides, they are composed of only a single type of monosaccharide unit. I'm going to look at that in detail. Heterosaccharides, hecto means different, homo means same. So I didn't mention that earlier on. So heterosaccharides are composed of more than one type of monosaccharides unity. I can also give an example of heteropolysaccharide. That is peptidoglycan. Then for homopolysaccharide, I can give an example of this common thing, that is starch, glucogen. These things, you did them in biology. Then we're going to look at monosaccharide in depth. We're going to look at monosaccharide in depth. Then I was told which one. Yeah, we're going to look at the formula, the complete formula and the simple formula. We're going to look at the configuration, the D and L. Same thing you did in organic chemie. Hope you attended the yesterday's school. I'm sure. Yeah. Then we're going to look at structure cyclic of these monosaccharides, their properties, and we're going to look at the nomenclature. As we all know, in each and every course, we are bound to rules. For you to name something, will be bounded to certain rules. Hence, for biochemistry, structure biochemistry, for you to name these carbohydrates, we'll look at certain rules. Yeah, we're going to look at nomenclature on this part. We're also going to look at projection deficit. I think Daiso talked about the projection deficit yesterday, of which I'm not going to talk about it now, but I'm going to talk about it when we start our course. Yeah, we're going to look at the projection deficit, nomenclature, how to name these things. Jump to the next thing. On oligosaccharides, what we're going to look at, we're going to look at the glycosidic leakage or bond, the structure, the structures. We'll analyze the structures, and we'll study certain examples of oligosaccharides, of which I mentioned earlier on, certain examples such as sucrose, lactose, galactose, etc. We're going to study those. You need to know them by heart as well. We'll go to polysaccharides. Polysaccharides, we're going to look at homopolysaccharides, which consist of one unity, one type of unit of monomers. We're going to look at how it looks, its structure, and different types of polysaccharide. Then heptosaccharides will do the same as well, and certain examples. Yeah. The next chapter will consist of lipids. So to say, somebody may ask, sorry, before I go to lipids, I forgot one thing. we're going to look at the significance or biological law of these carbohydrates. What do carbohydrates do? We'll look into the structural law, metabolic, and reserve. All those things, we'll look at them in depth. We'll also look at the origin of carbohydrates, of which can either be endogenic or exogenic. Endogenic, we'll talk about metabolic part. Yeah, I'll little bit explain about that before you enter into the metabolic part with Prof. MD. Then we're going to look at exogenic origin, which will talk about food, alimentation. What else on this? Outdoors. Yeah, then structure. Oh, I have already said structure cyclic the sucre. I've already explained this. We're going to look at that. We'll go now jump into the lipids. Lipids. Somebody may ask, what are lipids? Any idea from the audience? What are lipids? Anyone who answer will get a word for this. What are lipids?
What's the question?
What are lipids?
The what?
What are lipids?
I think they are the end product of fats digestion.
Okay, anyone? Okay, without wasting much of the time, I'll just say it.
And I think a lipid is a micromolecule that is soluble in, I think, I remember something like non-polar solvents.
Sorry, I can't get to come again.
A lipid is a biomolecule that is soluble in non-polar solvents.
Yeah. Exactly. A lipid are simply heterogeneous group of organic compounds that are insoluble in water and soluble in non-polar organic solvent, as she has stated. These lipids are actually naturally in most plants, animals, microorganisms, and are used as what? As cells. On lipids, we're going to look at on lipids, we're going to look at biological laws, which there are many. Yeah, but we'll look at 3. Low energetic, metabolic, and structure. These are the things we're going to look at. We're also going to look at the properties of lipids. We'll look some of the properties of lipids. of which we have already stated already, soluble in organic solvent such as alcohol, acetone, benzene, etc. We'll talk about another property. No, they don't have an ionic charge. They are energy-rich organic molecules, insoluble in water. All those parts. As at now, don't look at yourself and start wondering what are all these things. We'll look at them in depth. I'm just trying to tell you or to inform you the things we're going to be looking at. Then we're going to go on and look at the classification of lipids. Lipids are classified into two major categories, which are simple liquid lipids and complex ones. Yeah, they're classified into simple lipids and complex ones. Simple lipids, by the term itself, simple, what does it mean? What gets into your mind when I say simple lipids? What gets into your mind when I say simple lipids?
Can I try?
What gets into your mind when I say simple lipids?
Let me try.
Yeah.
I think these are the ones that are simply formed, maybe using a glycerol and 3 fatty acids.
Sorry?
I was saying a simple lipid.
Come again?
Saying a simple lipid is one that is formed by a glycerol and 3 fatty acids, according to my opinion.
Okay, thank you. Okay, without wasting much of the time, simple lipids are simply lipids which constitutes unique carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. And their ester acid or fat acids, I wanted to say in French, acid gras, fat acid and alcohols. Then on these simple lipids, we're going to look at what we call glyceride, stearide, and seride. In English, we're going to look at glycerol, then stearide, it will be like that. It's just like that in English, I guess. Then seride. Yeah, these are the 3 types of lipids we're going to look at. We're going to look at them in depth. We're going to jump and look at what we call complex lipids. These complex lipids compose of compounds such as carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and phosphorus. Then on these complex lipids, we're going to look at we're going to look at two types. We're going to look at two types of complex lipids, which are glycophospholipids and C-phospholipids. I don't know the terms in English clearly. I'm just trying to translate into the head. Sorry, pardon me. But you're supposed to know them in French as well. But I'm just trying to translate them into my head. Yeah. Then from there on, we're going to look at acid gras, which are fat lipids, as our friend talked about acid gras in his or her definition. I don't know whether it was she or he. Yeah, what are acid gras? Acid gras simply, these are organic compound which consists of linear chains of carbon, which ranges from 4 to 30 atoms. Under acid gras, we're going to look at two types of acid gras. Acid gras saturé and acid gras insaturé. Under acid gras insaturé, we're going to look at certain types of acid gras, which are stearic acid, palmitic acid, and so on. We're going further and we're going to look at the formula, the general formula of the acid gras saturé. And from there, I think from there, we're going to look at insaturé, of which we're going to look at the same thing. We'll look at the types of acid gras insaturé. Examples, which are oleic acid. You look at the difference. Acid gras insaturé, it normally composed of a double chain, or in French, a double liaison. Yeah, a double linkage in English, in short. But acid gras insaturé, it composed of a double liaison. Then acid gras saturé is just a linear chain, like this, without any double liaison. Then on acid gras, the things you're supposed to note on the terminaison, you're supposed to have an carboxylic acid, which is this on the terminaison, and the R radical, which this R denotes for aliphatic chain type of hydrocarbon. And this thing, the R, determines the classification of the acid gras. Then this determines the group the group of carboxylic, which is responsible to characterize an acid. Then that was the information which I was told to give you. Then I'll just add on my, I looked into it. I said this information is not enough since you'll be answering TDs in your various faculties, medical faculties, depending on which school you go to. So we're going to furthermore look at properties of also look at the relation which is there between index diode and or the insaturation. In what I mean, the number of double liaison or double linkage or double bond, so to say. Yeah, then further we're going to look at it. Just told me to show you to generalize the structures of amino acid and protein. Yeah, to show you the structures, but I'll go on. I've just decided I'll just explain a little bit of what amino acid are and protein. Then I'll show you the structures. Then I'll give you a certain exercise. Yeah, I'll give you a certain exercise, a TD, actually not exercise, a TD about amino acid and protein. As we all know from our background information, secondary or junior secondary, we know that amino acids are building blocks of protein. And we have got 20 amino acids. And you will know how we're going to be classifying this amino acid, which can either be based on their polarization, their pH, yeah, we know how to do that when you look at the coup. Yeah, then you have got two types of amino acid, essential and non-essential. These are the things we're going to look at in structure biochemistry.
I don't know if you're now projecting your screen, but we can't see anything.
Yeah, it had stopped. Had stopped. I was just adding information, but the things which I was projecting on the screen, those are the main things I was given to teach you guys. But otherwise, amino acids and protein. I was just taught to teach you the structures of amino acid and protein, but I was just trying to come up with a way of helping you guys so that you may be able to understand what real amino acids are. So I'll just do a little bit of foundation of amino acid before I jump into structures. Yeah. If there are anything you want to ask or you want to know concerning the structure biochemistry, but otherwise the information I'm going to give you and the information that I was told, I think is fundamental, a foundation for you guys when you go to your various schools. Yeah, it will be enough. But go broad. Don't just look at what I teach you to be enough. You guys, I already stated, you're a medical student. You need to go further. You need to do further research. If there are any questions or queries, anything you want to know, anything you want to ask. Hello? Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hello? We can get you.
Yeah, I'm asking anything you want to ask, anything you want to know from all what I was trying to say.
I think everything is clear.
There are no questions.
There are no questions. Yeah, so you guys, I think we'll meet on Thursday. Yeah, you have to do a little bit of research on carbohydrates, which are glucid. Yeah, I'll be trying to speak English. Yeah, I don't know which language you want me to use, but I'll be trying by all means to use English to burden up your understanding. It's fine?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's okay,
fine.
but mix some French.
Yeah, French, I'll be using French for most of the words, certain words. Yeah, but I'll be explaining in English as well. Any queries, anything you want to hear? Then have you chosen the person who will be receiving my TDs and the likes?
Yes.
Who is that? Who? I'll be communicating with that one. I'll be sending him.
Nyankaneli.
I don't know if it. Who?
Nyankeneli, Esther.
Sorry? I can't get the name.
Esther Katoka Nyankeneli.
Ah, Esther. Oh, Esther.
Hope she's happy.
I'll send you. If she's okay with it, I don't know.
Okay. I'm okay with it.
Okay with it.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm trying to look for, since you guys are, I want to get a pamphlet which is formal for everybody. So I communicated with one of the medical school student. He gave me a pamphlet. So with me here, I have a pamphlet. I'll send it to you. You distribute to your friend, and I'll send you the TDs. I'll send you one TD for carbohydrates. Yeah, but
Sorry.
not. I won't send you the.
Hello.
Hello. Hello,
The pamphlet you're talking about. The pamphlet you're talking about, is it only for the medical students, or it's for everyone? Because you have people for pharmacy and those for laboratory and all that. So I wanted to find out if the pamphlet you're talking about is only for the medical students or it's for everyone in here.
No, it's a general pamphlet. Everything which you're going to learn, everything you're going to learn in laboratory, in dentistry, in what, they'll be there.
In pharmacy as well?
Yeah. Yeah, pharmacy as well, everything.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Then you guys, I'll ask one thing from you guys. Let's be communicating, like let's be cooperating. You guys be free to ask, because me, I will not know what your problem is if you don't open up. I don't know how I'm going to help you. So feel free. I'm your brother. Yeah, I'm your brother. I'm also a Zambian like you. So I'm here to help you out as I help myself. So feel free to ask me. But I won't say that I'll guarantee you that when you ask a question, there and then, immediately you send, I'll respond. No. But for sure, the sure thing is that I'll respond you. That's a sure thing. Because I also have got certain things to do. But I'll create time for you. If you ask a question now, I'll make sure I create for you to answer your question. If you ask, then go and research about glucids, which are carbohydrates. Research more. Then I'll give you time. I can select, like, I'll see time. The time for questions, like I'll teach, then we'll have time for questions. That time, I'll have a certain time, like I'll create like 20 minutes so to see what you guys have understood. I'll select like just random, I'll just select names, just random. You guys explain what you understood on this, what you research on this. About carbohydrates, I've said carbohydrates, I've given you information about carbohydrates. So go and research about carbohydrates. Yeah, I want it to be an interaction thing. We should be interacting. Yeah. I don't know if you're fine with it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I wanted to make it interesting, not like we should be bored. No, I want it to be live. Yeah. Any other things? Sorry? So in this class, biochemistry class were 12, only 12, okay? Sorry, I want to be sure. What 12?
No, I don't think we are 12.
Then tell your friends who are fond of missing out. Yeah, at this moment in time, it may seem to be, yeah, what we're doing, we're just wasting our own time. Like I'm doing, I'm wasting my own time. But you thank me later. Just tell your friends to be attending. You thank me later. Yeah, when you go to that, your various schools, you thank me later. Yeah, otherwise, I'm creating your time for you guys on my busy schedule to interact with you, to share with you certain things. So just tell everyone who's supposed to be in biochemistry to attend. Otherwise, I won't have time to go back to start explaining. And if you come to my GM, you haven't attended the coup without a proper reason, I'm sorry. I think I'll even hesitate to answer you. But if you attend the coup, you are there, you come to my GM, I'll respond. That's a sure thing. Yeah. I don't know if Daliso is in. Yeah, I wanted to say something. Daliso, you wanted to emphasize something on biochemistry. Daliso. Just wait, let me call Daliso. He wanted to advise you something about biochemistry.
Hi, once more. I've been told to give an advice on biochemistry. So basically, that was the introduction of what biochemistry is all about. So you guys just watch out for more of it. Then I will just advise you guys to understand the organic chemist, because it's the organic chemist that makes up biochemistry. So the organic chemist, I'll make sure that I teach the organic chemistry to the fullest, so that you guys, when you start doing your biochemistry, because some of the principles are actually from organic chemistry. Yeah, there's nothing much to say. Otherwise, all the best. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just a linkage, as you said, from organic chemistry. Make sure you attend the core of organic chemistry. Na papa. Otherwise, I'll be pointing out certain stuff that you did this, but I'll be explaining as well. Na papa, attend all the course. Otherwise, you guys continue having a prosperous or a productive day, in short. If there are no questions or anything you want to know. Kondwan, I heard you yesterday asking a lot of questions. Today, I'm not asking.
Well, yesterday it was because I was with Samuel, but yeah, right now I don't have any questions. Yeah, I think it's.
So what's wrong with you?
Sorry?
Oh, for today it's clear. Thank you.
Yeah. Then I don't know if MD will come in on. I'll communicate to you guys if MD will come and do the introduction part of biochemistry, which is metabolism. He will come and do the introduction on Thursday. Is it Thursday, or is me taking you in the call? I'll communicate with you. I'll hear from you. Yeah. Otherwise, the person in charge of you guys will text me. Yeah, I think there is my number. You text me, I will respond. Yeah, I will give you the copy. Then I will look for the other polycopy in English to broaden up your understanding. Yeah, but I like enjoying understanding the stuff. So if you haven't understood, ask me. Then we can go through as several times as you want, but I don't want to leave anyone behind. I'll emphasize on this. I'm somebody who is fast, but I've decided to be as slow as possible for each and everyone to understand. We go together. Yeah. Otherwise, I hope my pace for today was okay, slow. I'll try to use this same pace.
LBS has a
Otherwise,
question.
yeah. Come in. LBS. What is LBS? Come in.
LBS, you raised your hand.
I just wanted to say that your teaching was exceptionally okay, and the pace was just okay. At least, though it was just an introduction, at least we were able even to get something.
Thank you. And LBS, please kindly next time when you come in, just put your names, actual names. Thank you very much.
Right.
I'll try by all means. Sorry?
Empty as well.
Come in. Anyone want to say something? Come in. Just be raising up your hand before I leave. Empty.
Na Frankenstein.
Einstein. Okay. I like that name. Yeah. At a certain point, one of my friends was being called Einstein as well. Yeah. Okay, guys, if you don't have anything to say, we can call it a day. Yeah. Thank you very much for your attendance. But remember, Thursday, I will inform you research on carbohydrates, which are glucid. You can read in French, then to broaden up your understanding, read in English. Then there will be question time. Ask as many questions as you want when that time comes. Then I'll give you a chance to represent what you researched. Yeah. Thank you.
Messi big.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I was saying thank you.
Okay, Gift.
Have a blessed day.